Hey guys, been a while since I've done one of these. It's a Grindhead Rebrews. Yeah, I know. I know. It's a weird title, okay? But just bear with me. I was trying to do something different a few years ago. But if you're interested, there's a few reviews on the YouTube channel from about 4 or 5 years ago of some different beers I was trying at the time. And now I have a very special occasion to try something new. Locally here in Dallas, Texas, Pantera has released a beer through the Texas Ale Project right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, I did not know at the time that the brewery was based right down the street, essentially, about a 20-minute drive for me. I didn't know that until I'd already ordered it through an app called Tavour, T-A-V-O-U-R. Now, it's a great app. You can get beers from all over the place, but it's not going to be cheap. If I walked into the Texas Ale Project, or T.A.P, this would be, a six-pack of this is around $10. A little over that maybe if you pick it up, which is not bad, especially for a microbrew like this. A lot of your craft beers you're going to get, even if they're nationally produced, they're going to cost that much or more anyway. So the price is not bad. However, if you order it through Tavour or a similar service, I bought 6 of these for $20 plus shipping, which was only $4. That wasn't too bad. And the packing was beautiful. Came in a nice big box. They had it all packed up real nice, nothing too crazy. But I'm not here to review Daggum Tavour, okay? I'm here to review this beer, all right? So this is called Pantera Golden Ale from the Texas Ale Project. It says, born and brewed in Dallas. Is true. I shouldn't drink this if I'm pregnant. I know that. I'm good. I know I look pregnant, but I'm not. I'm good. I'm all right. It's got a 5.4 ABV, and that's important to me because I normally drink something in the 5.9 or higher range. So I'm curious to see how this is. Now, I've read reviews online, printed reviews, things like that say that there's a little bit of honey in it, and that they taste some hoppiness to it, despite the fact that because it's an ale, it shouldn't have that many hops. So I'm not that kind of a beer expert or anything like that. I'm not. I'm just a beer drinker, and I'm a metal fan. So this should be for me. Let's find out. Very careful with the can because I'm going to save these. Got my handy dandy Cobra pint glass, courtesy of Kiss My Glass, right here in DFW. We're going to try this out. Pours very nice. Doesn't seem watery at all, which is always good when you're pouring beer, right? And as you can see, got a nice color to it. It's filling up nice. I probably didn't pour enough head on there. A lot of folks are going to give me a hard time about that. I'm sorry. I apologize. My first time with this particular beer, anyway. Ooh, that smells really good. It does have that honey you can smell, just a hint of it, and there's a lot of citrus in it as well. But it's not fruity. You can just tell there's a lot going on with this, right? Yeah, same thing from there. So, without further ado, let's give it a pull. That is a decent beer. A good beer. It has some of the bitterness that most of your craft beers are going to have, right? No matter whether you're into ales, IPAs, lagers, whatever. I think most of you that grew up on domestic type beers, or even some imported stuff, when you get into the craft beer, there's a bitter, almost dirty taste to them. I don't know what that's from, because again, I'm not an expert. But this definitely has that. What's interesting to me is that this has a nice body to it. It's got a full flavor, but it's not weighted down like a heavy lager or even a, full-on crafty kind of IPA type stuff would have, which it shouldn't. It's an ale. Ales are supposed to be a bit lighter. So it definitely has that. But at the same time, because of the smell and the flavor, it feels like it should be heavier, but it's not. So I'm not off put by this because I think it's a detriment or a bad thing. It's just very unexpected. This is designed to be a beer you can have a couple of them and, not feel like you're going to fall on the floor and never be able to get up because you're, full of this really thick, high octane beer. Give it another pull. That is good. So yeah, the honey's in there. You can tell there's citrus in it, but when you're just drinking it, just drinking it, there's nothing that's overpowering. This is a nice, crisp, clean tasting beer, um, but it's distinctly it's a craft take on that type of beer. The best description I can give you. And given that it's in that price range that other beers in its class are at that $10 a six pack, you're getting a lot for your money. You're getting something that's branded by Pantera, which of course is not a bad thing unless you're not a Pantera fan. Um, but I will say that this alone is enough to get me to go to the Texas Ale Project and check out the other stuff they have, which is probably why they did this, on top of being fans of the band. So, based on that alone, it's a win. Okay, this is something that I will regularly buy. I hope that I will be able to get it through easier means than only picking up at their ale house or ordering online. I would like to see this in Texas stores. I would love to be able to walk into a Kroger and get this off the shelf. This is notoriously out of stock. I ordered this 3 weeks ago, and it just shipped like 4 or 5 days back, and I got it. And I went to their website to see if I could pick up some more. They're already out of stock. That Tavor run just cleaned them out. So I don't know what kind of availability this is going to be, but when it comes to a good beer that I want to have and just, something to step up from the normal swill that I drink. If any of you know me, you know I drink some kind of crappy punk beers, okay? You can't take the punk out of me. If someone were to say, Jim, you have to start drinking higher quality beer, you're not allowed the crap stuff anymore, this is probably where I would start. The great beer pays tribute to a great band. What more can you ask? Get your pull.